Well, since I made a Minecraft Java video, I've also had people say, hey, I want Bedrock. So, if Java's not good enough for you, let's first select it. Oh man, and we're gonna instance state and terminate. No, my Minecraft is gone. So if I refresh this, it's shutting down and it'll eventually terminate. Okay, so launch an instance. So Bedrock is interesting. You can run Bedrock on a smaller system than Java, um, but I still really strongly suggest you have at least 2 use. It's very CPU intensive, if I remember right. It's been a while. So we're going to name this Minecraft Bedrock 2022. Go with Ubuntu. And once again, T2 Micro is only one CPU, so this will probably be too small. By the way, there's prices here. This is by the hour. You can actually buy it prepay for like a year or 3 years and get huge discounts. But we're going to come down here and we need at least 2 CPUs. We don't need 4 gigs of memory. Oh, and T3. We're going to use T3. 2 CPUs, 1 gig of memory. That's probably fine. I think 1 gig of memory was fine for Bedrock. It's not fine for Java. And once again, key pair. If you want to know what these are, watch my Java video, even if you don't want to install it, because I'm not going to go through this one as slowly as that one. SSH anywhere, that's fine. We're going to create a security group. Once again, you shouldn't do this that often. You should use existing ones that pre-created is usually best. That's fine. We're going to change this to 20 gigs just because I do know that it stores the world files there and they can get big. 20 gigs should be good enough for a while. And we'll just go ahead and launch. Okay, so a couple links here. First of all, whoever James Chambers is, this is an awesome tutorial. I've used it before. It's using this person's GitHub. I usually don't like to use other people's code unless I've decently reviewed it, but man, this is just an awesome, really easy setup doing it this way. And yeah, 1 gig of RAM or higher. Recommend storage solid state, which we're going to have solid state CPU. So, and it's really simple. He has the installations right here. That's the command you run, which curl is like wget. We used that before, but curl is slightly different. It's not going to save it, but that's okay. So curl this GitHub, which is this remote Minecraft server master bash. Anyway, and this was even updated this year. So whoever this is, kudos. This is an awesome tutorial. Okay, so we need to log in. But I need to find the IP first. So I come here to my new server. I can see there's Minecraft Bedrock. And here's my IP address. So grab that, come back here, come up here. So this is my command. Once again, watch the Java video and I explain things a little bit more, but we're not going to explain in detail this time. We're going to go through and we're just going to, you know, before I paste that command, the first thing I always want to do is update. And Ubuntu is sudo apt get update. And then after that, sudo apt get upgrade. Okay, and that will do the main patching of the system to help keep hackers out. I do not like working on an unpatched system too often. It's amazing. Patching solves so many problems too sometimes. A rare occasion it will create problems, but usually it solves them, and then it makes you safer from hackers most of the time. Okay, so we're going to reboot after this is done, just so that we don't have to worry about that. While we're waiting for this, let's come and look at it a little bit further. So installation, it's going to talk about first run, and starting and stopping the server. All the commands here, backups. So backups are already done. We did not do backups on the Java server. And they scheduled reboots. That's a good idea for a lot of systems, especially if there's a memory leak. I'm not aware of that in Bedrock, but once again, I'm not a Minecraft person. I've just helped people set up a few of these, and some version stuff. Interesting. So, like I said, the command to install it, it's going to be here, and it's going to ask us some questions. So, and this looks like it's ready. Oh, shoot. Sudo reboot. So we're going to reboot this first, so that it can make sure things are sufficiently applied. So it takes a little while to reboot. We'll know that it's not working because I hit enter and we're paused here. So, and notice it says connection refused. But if I wait just a few more seconds and I try to connect again, it'll probably connect. Maybe not this time, maybe the next. But yeah, it looks like this time. Sweet. So we're just copying this nice long command here. Just copy the whole thing. So with Java, we used wget. Here's you using curl. They're very similar, those commands. Wget is very Linux specific, and saves the file by default. Curl doesn't save the file by default, but you're just running it here. You're running it with bash, so you're grabbing it and running it, throwing it to bash. And curl is used outside of Linux as well. That's just a library, and curl can do a lot more than wget. So this is kind of like the VI and Nano discussion. I don't like Nano, but I like wget. But so at least I'm inconsistent in how I treat things. But curl's great. I've used it quite a bit. I do find wget is easier for me, but so I maybe should be nicer to people that use Nano, since Nano's easier for them. Okay. So server label, enter a short one-word label for a new or existing server. Do not use Minecraft Bedrock, basically. So bed 2022 rock. There we go. Yep. Okay, it wants the server port, the default. So I guess we'll take the default. We're going to look at this through a different way, but that's okay. IPv4 and IPv6, sweet. So yeah, Bedrock does use more ports, and it uses UDP, which always throws me off. Always throws me off. Yeah, we'll set it up to. So this is cool. Automatically reboot and. So there's so many things that this just automatically sets up for you. It started. Type this screen-R Bedrock to view the running server. And it's running now. So the problem is, we haven't opened the firewall. So the first thing we need to open the firewall is we need to get netstat installed. So sudo netstat-tnlp, and it's going to say, oh, it is installed. Sweet. So sudo, we're going to do netstat, and without the T, I think the T is the TCP/IP NLP. And if I look here, SSHD, current system result, I should see, oh wait, no. I'm trying to remember how to see all the ports on this one. So it asked us for the ports up higher. Let's see this. See Minecraft PE. Oh, so it created that folder for us, and here's the folder that we created with the name. Cool. So grep port star. So here the IP v4 and the IPv6, but I swear it has some UDP. Yes, let's see, grep -I UDP. Oh, star. Oh, maybe not. So let's open up those two ports, 19132 and 19133. So we come here to security, and the security group that we created, edit inbound rules, and this time we're not going to edit this one, we're going to add a new rule, custom TCP. Come back here, so the first one, IPv4. Let's look at the server properties. vi server.properties. Okay, so this should be as well where you set the difficulty. But we're going to look for port. It's right here. Which IPv4 port the server should listen to. So this is IPv4. So come here, paste that in, and from anywhere, add another rule. And this is anywhere IPv6, but let's get that one. Okay, and save the rules, and we didn't remove 22, so we should be safe. I did that in my Java video, so cool. So we have the ports there, so we should be able to connect to this at this point in time. I actually do have Minecraft Bedrock. I almost never use it, but we should be up and working now. So that was super easy. Let's see. Let's quit out of this. Oh, which of course a lot of people change this to hard or normal, whatever they want to set it to, and an op. So let's get out of here and let's see. I think the op is the same as with Java. So if we do an ls and it's more permissions.json, I think. Yeah. So it's permissions instead of op in Bedrock. So that's where you'd add the operator. So if we wanted to take this and ask Google Bedrock permissions JSON, and we should have an example here. I'm sure it's similar to the Java, but it's different. It's similar but different. So permissions operator member visitor. So it looks like they use words and just the XUID. So anyway, that is how you do it. So you can look at the logs if you want to see who's logged in. So to get the XUID, cd logs, and you'd be able to look here. I just already created this so no one's logged in. So that's more Bedrock log. So you can see that that's what it's doing. You can also tel-f Bedrock log, and this will follow. So if you did a tel-f, and I usually hit a couple enters so there's a space, and then you tell your friend or whoever you want to be op or you to connect, they connect to it, and some lines will show up that will give you the information that you need in that file. So cool, that's it. Bedrock was a lot easier because you have someone who's created this awesome starting for us. So and it has the start stop and automatically set that already up. Auto backups, which is further than we went with Java. So and daily reboots. So this is all really good. Strongly suggest that instead of going through and figuring out this by yourself, leverage what this person has done. So anyway, hope you've had a good day, and see you next time.